Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen I'll Set Her Real, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Pass it on to some wonderful person who will get something out of it as well. And if you have time, leave us a comment in the comment section. So today we're going to talk about something that I find to be extremely interesting about Aquarius. I think Aquarius are fascinating in general, but when I heard this, I was like, yeah, that hits the spot. A woman said to me, she had read a meme online, and she said this is how she feels about Aquarius. She said Aquarius say that they are the most misunderstood sign, which is true. But most Aquarius don't give people a chance to get to know them. That was her argument. So I was like, okay, let's take the first part. I agree with you that Aquarius often say we're misunderstood, and we are. We're often misunderstood, especially our intentions. Aquarius are often accused of all kinds of stuff. You know, we're very misunderstood. We're accused of being aloof. We're accused of being detached, not having any feelings, being weird aliens. People say some of the worst stuff about us. Also, if you deal with a dark Aquarius, you're going to get a lot of negative, selfish behavior. That doesn't fare well for us as a sign in general either, because people don't differentiate between an Aquarius who has a high vibration and an Aquarius who has a low vibration. You're talking about two different animals. And this is true of anybody in the zodiac. A high vibration Libra, for example, is totally different than a low vibrational Libra. A low vibrational Libra is very unbalanced to the point where they put you through a lot of dumb emotional stuff. They might lie to you a lot. They do a lot of crazy stuff. But a higher vibrational Libra usually is not that kind of a person. And the most they might do is procrastinate too much, you know, have a hard time making decisions, you know, stuff like that. But they're overall a good person. So whenever you're dealing with like a low vibration versus a high vibration, some of us call it light versus dark, whatever you want to call it. When you're dealing with that dynamic, you're going to get differences in people. And that's just the bottom line. So the dark Aquarius give us all a bad name. Whenever I see somebody talking smack about Aquarius, I'd be like, ooh, they ran into a dark Aquarius. Uh-oh. You know, and that is a very bad place to be. So again, we are often misunderstood, all of us, good and bad, vibrating high, vibrating low. We're often all misunderstood. So I agree with that 100% because, like I said before, Aquarius is very futuristic. So a lot of stuff that we're thinking about, musing about, kicking around is stuff that many people have never really thought about, might not know anything about, and may not know about for many years to come. So they don't always understand what we're talking about or what we're experiencing. Got it. I totally understand it. That doesn't even bother me anymore. But she said we don't give people a chance to get to know us. And honestly, this is not always true. Aquarius will give you a chance to get to know us. We seriously will. If we want to get to know you. If we don't want to get to know you, we're not going to let you get to know us. We're not going to reveal ourselves to you. So people are like, well, I want to understand. I want to know what's going on inside you. I don't want you inside of me. Go back over there somewhere. And that's what they're not understanding. One Aquarius in the comments section said to me, she said, Aquarius don't care how people feel about us and don't care to explain it. And I agree with her 100%. If we don't like someone, or if we don't want to open up to someone or get to know someone, we have no desire to explain ourselves to them. We have no desire to open up to them. We have no desire for them to understand us. We're looking at them like, you better go and get, like go over there somewhere. So if an Aquarius isn't opening up to you, it's a reason for that. They don't want to for some reason. It's not like we don't open up all the time. Because I guarantee you, most Aquarius, especially those who are gray to light, We got people that know us. We have people in our lives, but we just only open ourselves up to those we trust. And we don't really trust anybody that much, but we do trust people in levels. It's degrees to it. So we might open up in some ways to our best friend. We might open up in some ways to our parent. We might open up in some ways to a sibling. It's different people. And if we really grow to trust somebody, they might know everything about us. But if an Aquarius is not opening up to you, it's because they not messing with you like that. It's not everybody. We open up to people that we feel an affinity to, and we'll show that part of ourselves. And I think a lot of people are like that, not just Aquarius. I think a lot of people, you know, especially nowadays, I've come to find that more people are more guarded. Because think about it. There's so many people trying to scam, trying to get over, trying to take advantage of people. People have been hurt and betrayed in so many ways by the time they reach adulthood that many people are just simply watching their back. They're just guarding themselves. So they're not just out there, you know, explaining themselves and pouring out their hearts to everybody. A lot of people nowadays are more guarded than they might have been 20, 40, 60, 100 years ago. Times have changed. So the Aquarius, yes, is probably more misunderstood than any other zodiac sign, but we don't always have it in us to be explaining and showing and bearing ourselves. Some things just ain't people's business. And if you know an Aquarius and they're, you know, not letting you in, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Let the Aquarius do their thing and just leave it alone. Because that is because of something they don't trust. They don't trust something with you, and they might just not know you enough to trust you. Or they might know you and know not to trust you. That could be the other thing. So it depends on that. Some Aquarius, some of the ones that are more lower vibration, they're more paranoid sometimes too. So they don't trust anybody. All of us have trust issues. I'm not going to act like, well, I'm not going to say all of us. Many of us, most of us even, have trust issues. But the ones who are on a lower vibration spectrum, their trust issues come up a little bit more strongly, I've come to find. Because with them, it really comes up with them just being very detached from the people that they encounter. So they never really trust anybody. They might have somebody, but usually a lot of times they don't. The ones who vibrate lower really struggle in that area, but they're not going to open up if they're not feeling it. And that's just how we Aquarius are. I'm an Aquarius who's higher vibrating, but I'm still not opening up. I'm not, you know, I'm opening up with you guys. Like I tell you guys a lot of stuff in my videos, you know, and I am one of the more open Aquarius that I know, you know. And I think for me, the reason why I do open up, because it's very purposeful, it's because I want people to see that you can make mistakes. You can mess up your life. You can do all kinds of stuff and you can still redeem yourself. I want people to see that you can, you know, live a very normal life. And if you want to turn things around at any given time, you can. I want people to see my mistakes. So if I hide the mistakes, then you can't see the evolution. You can't see the progress. You can't see how you can get past your mistakes. My mistakes are just illustrations for you to think about your own, you know, and be like, well, if Queen did this, then I can do this because I'm just like you. I started off just like everybody else. And I decided that I wanted change. I decided I wanted a happier life. I decided I wanted to be a better person. And I raised up and did it. So I put myself out there and my mistakes and my shortcomings and my flaws and my failures so that you can be like, okay, well, if she fell down there and got up, I fell down there or there, and I can get up too. That's the whole point. So I'm very open because of that. It's a teaching tool. You know, I really want to help other people, and I do it to clean up my own karma. I do it because I care about other people. That's just the Aquarius way. We're humanitarians, but also because I want to clean up my karma from the things that I've done. So if I can help people, I can clean up the mistakes that I've made. All that karma, you know, all those times when I messed up, all those times when I wasn't my best, I wasn't my kindest, I wasn't my most compassionate, times when I didn't do the right thing. By helping other people now, it helps me to clean up all those mistakes. So for me, it's all very purposeful because I really want to continue healing myself and changing myself, and also giving other people the the roadmap that they need to do the same thing, because it wasn't rocket science. All I did was read. All I did was read and do, read and do, read and do. So anybody can read, learn, watch movies, whatever the case is, and follow the steps to enlightenment. You know, follow the steps to healing. So that's the whole purpose. So that's why I'm a lot more open than you will find a lot of Aquarius to be. And also, the last thing I want to say is a lot of Aquarius feel like that when they do try to explain themselves, people still don't understand. And that in that, some of those people just still ain't gonna understand. It's just they can't comprehend it. And then there's other people who I feel like are more invested in not understanding. I feel like some people are invested because they want the Aquarius to do what they want the Aquarius to do. So they're invested in not really understanding what we're saying. So the Aquarius is not going to say it too many times. We're going to tell you what's good. A lot of Aquarius tell me that. They're like, I tell them and I move on. So that's what's going to happen. Aquarius going to tell you and they're going to move on. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius and you feel like you can't understand them and they're not explaining themselves, don't try to make them. What the best, smartest thing to do is try to befriend them. Try to have a relationship with them, because if they really connect with you, they'll be willing to open up in those kind of ways. They'll be willing to share with you. But if you're just another person trying to get in their business, because everybody wants to be in the Aquarius business, because our business is so interesting, you know? So if you're just another person trying to get into their business, then they're not going to be interested. Okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. Thank you for being here. Hit me up for a reading and come back soon, because I have a lot more to say. See you later.